What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Last time, we took on the Sacred Twin. Singular, because for some reason we only had to fight Erica. And this time, we are heading over to Firene to chase after the Fell Army. But before that, we actually do have a Somniel topic for the day, and we just need to run right over here to do it. Specifically the bulletin board, and more specifically, donation. Because as you can see, I have all of the different regions to level 4, and they can go up to level 5, but each of them costs 50,000 gold. But if I take off my Vtuber model, you can see that I have accumulated over 200,000 gold just to do this. There is a very specific money grinding method that I will be going over eventually, but to keep this episode from being like over an hour long, I'm just going to leave it later. But I do want to show what you get for level 5 ranks with all of the different regions. So we're going to start with Firene. The next level, 50,000 gold. We get the Venomous, which is a legendary spear, I believe, the Oceanic set, and 3,000 bond fragments. Next up is Brodia, which is probably the best one to upgrade, because if you look above my head, or behind my head, I guess, it multiplies how much steel and silver you get from scrimmages there, which is very good. Because upgrading weapons is just the best thing in this game. But to next level, 50,000. And we get the Divine Fist Art, which is a legendary art. 2 silver, 3,000 bond fragments, and the Mika set. Elusia, which gets us the Nodus, the Starry set, and the bond, and another 3,000 bond fragments. I believe the Nodus is actually fairly interesting, but I'll go over all the weapons in a second. And last up is Solm, which gives us the Fragarach, sure, the Dusk set, and another 3,000 bond fragments. And that is all of them at donation level 5. So let's go ahead and look at what the weapons are. So first up, I believe, is the Venomous, which is, again, a Lance of Legend that smashes and poisons foes hit. It cannot follow up or strike first if initiating combat, so it's a smash weapon. Not my favorite, but probably the best smash weapon for spears in the game. And also is just a very good weapon. Next up is the Fragarach, which is just a legendary axe. And again, probably the strongest axe in the game. The next two are the more interesting ones. I'm going to skip the Nodus for now and go to the Divine Fist Art, which is a scroll of legendary martial skill. If a unit initiates combat, you attack twice, which means if you have enough speed, this just allows you to attack 4 times in a turn. For free, basically. It's a very good weapon, and is probably going to be put on Fram immediately. And the last thing is the Nodus, which is probably the best out of all of them, but unfortunately it only has one use, so it can only be used once unless something like Hortensia's skill goes off, which allows her to just use a staff without actually using it. And this immediately makes all units engage meters full again, which just allows you to spam engages, which is an amazing thing to do, and really speeds up specific fights later in the game. But with that being said, the last things we need to do in the Somniel Or I believe we only have one support conversation, and I don't even know. Yeah, we don't even have any bond conversations. So we just need to hear what Celine and Hortensia are talking about. So let's go ahead and do that.
We meet again, Princess Hortensia.
We do indeed meet, Princess Celine. Let the competition commence! The first event will be the softness contest. Who will be softer, you or me? Let's try you first. Poke!
That tickles.
The softness contest is hereby canceled.
So soon?
Strategic adjustments need to be made.
That's unfortunate. I wanted to have a turn to poke at you.
Wait, really? Hey, no! Your mind games won't distract me. We're competitors.
Of course we are.
What is wrong with me? This girl's so adorable, she's messing with my mind. Insidious.
My turn. Let's see how soft you are. Poke.
I told you, that contest is canceled.
Forgive me. I was overcome with curiosity and couldn't help myself.
Why is she smiling like that? Why do I like it? Enough of your tricks! I'm the cutest there is! I'll never be outdone!
There she goes again. Drat. It seems I once more missed my chance to invite her to tea.
All right. Now we just need to head over back to Firene to Florra Port, Chapter 17. Let's go ahead and begin the chapter.
I don't see any Elusian soldiers yet.
They're likely headed for the castle. We better go to Florra Port. That's the port closest to Firene Castle. You might remember it from your first time here.
Right. My first time here. I was so taken in by those beautiful rolling hills. Oh no.
What's wrong?
Smoke. From the northeast.
That's the direction of Florra Port. Oh, they must have... No, no, no!
Let's go. Florra.
Why would they do this? These people aren't soldiers. Farmers live here. Families.
Don't give in to despair, Alfred. For your kingdom's sake, we have to be strong. There are more Elusian warships off the coast. If any more make land, Firene will crumble. We need to fend off the incoming vessels, and then rescue as many villagers as we can.
Oh dear, what a mess. Ugh, and the smell from that smoke, it's really quite horrid.
Zephyr. And Veyle, you too? I'm guessing this is your handiwork.
No, absolutely not. We only just got here. I heard you'd be coming to Firene and I wanted to talk.
Why do you think we're here? Because we saw Elusia's army coming. Your army. The one that's burning Florra to the ground. You're Sombron's daughter. How can you not know what his forces are doing?
I'm not sure. Gris, did you order this attack? Is that how you knew where to go? Gris, tell me!
Sure, I knew about the attack, but I'm not the one who gave the order.
Well then who did? What monster told our forces to attack a town of innocent people?
Why, it was you.
What?
The homes up in smoke, the people burning to death, crying for help, any help at all. It was your design, your command.
Mine? We finally made it. What did I miss?
Forgive our lateness. There was a complication.
Arnie? Mavir? Hey, Lady Veyle! Hope you've had some rest after that long trip. Guess I'm a little late. But I am ready and raring to kill everyone in town, like you said. What? Why would you do such a horrible thing? Those are innocent people! Innocent? It's not like you to care about that. Oh, I get it. You switched, huh? You're the boring one. Switched? The boring... What do you mean? Someone explain this to me!
All right, it was a chore dealing with you anyway. I'll tell you the truth. You should hear this as well, Divine One.
The truth?
You want to know why you're clueless? Why you can't remember ordering the attack? Because it was the other Lady Veyle's doing, along with every other move we've made.
The other Veyle?
Lord Sombron desired a fell child suitable to carry on his legacy. You disobeyed him, failed to use your fell dragon powers, wished for peace. You were a defect, unworthy of your parentage. Thus, Lord Sombron gave me the power to make a few... adjustments.
What adjustments?
What did you do to her?
It was simple, really. I strengthened your draconic impulses the teensiest bit. Then you thought nothing of killing humans. You embodied Lord Sombron's will. Killing Lumera, stealing the rings, unleashing the corrupted across Helios. All you're doing.
That's why I kept waking up in places I didn't recognize.
Yes. As your consciousness slept, the other was awake, carrying out her work. Think of it. You fighting the corrupted that you had created. But it gets better. The Fell Dragon's daughter and the Divine Dragon became friends. Hilarious, isn't it? And pathetic.
No! No! I'm sorry! You're right! I've done horrible things!
The person who killed my mother and stole our rings. It was Veyle. But not...
There you have it, Lady Veyle. I'd say the misunderstanding has been resolved.
Zephyr? Riss? Marnie? Mothier? You weren't my friends! I'm alone! I've always been alone!
Veyle, it's all right. Please, let me help you.
How about no?
From this point on, I no longer have any need of you. Sleep now. Go on. Drift off into a dream.
No!
Time to wake up, Lady Veyle. We do need you. I know how disappointed you would be if you were to miss the bloodshed.
You're a liar! Nothing like that. Thank you for waking me, Zephyr. I've been so looking forward to having some fun. Fetch me the ring of the Hero King.
Yes, as you wish.
Marth!
And my hounds, prepare yourselves as well.
Whatever you desire, my lady.
How exciting this is. I hope they have the endurance to at least resist a little. It's no fun if they just die. Right? Don't you agree? You know, seeing as how I don't share memories with that pathetic little girl, I simply had no idea you and I were friends now. I hope that you can forgive my rudeness.
Your apology means nothing to me. You're not Veyle. Give her back!
Rest assured that I am Veyle. Yes. In fact, I am Veyle in her truest form. Only one of us deserves the honor of calling the great Fell Dragon her father. That honor belongs to me and me alone.
My friends, it's time to fight!
Oh, that's right. I have an exciting surprise for you.
Ivy, and you, Divine Dragon. It's been some time, has it not?
King Hyacinth?
Father! You're alive? He's not. This is corrupted Hyacinth.
You mean...
Looks good as new, hmm? Not like Father's King Morian. I can do much better than that. When I create the corrupted, they're just like themselves. But at times, that can be a hindrance. So I made some modifications.
This is unimaginable.
Princess Ivy earned this.
Why me?
For stealing the rings from Destinia Cathedral. Ever since then, I have longed for vengeance. Hyacinth, I intended to give you the ring of the Lady of the Plains, but your daughter stole it. Take this instead. The ring of the Sage Lord.
Yes, Lady Veyle.
You would have me fight my own father?
No! You can't treat people like this! Don't you understand how cruel this is?
Cruel? This is easily the most fun I've ever had. Speaking of fun, all of the emblem rings are here. 6 on your side, 6 on mine. There's no telling who might win.
Veyle.
Now then, let the killing begin.
All right, getting this chapter started, I want to make sure I have the correct unit selected, not you. And I think what we're going to do is just bring every ring and every bracelet, because we have just enough spaces to bring all of them. So we'll do that. And I want to swap around spaces because I need... Actually, I think this is good. I'm going to switch you two around, but other than that... I think that's how I'm going to want to situate this. So, let's go ahead and get into this fight. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. There's 6 commanders in this fight, which is technically the second highest amount of enemies you have to defeat in a chapter that are like boss level enemies. There is one other, but it's a big caveat to that one, and I'll go over it once we get to that chapter. But 6 commanders. Alright, getting into this, I want to go over what my strategy is. First off, this is the biggest field we have ever fought in. And up here is where Gris is. Over here we have Marnie and Mavir. And then up here we of course have Hyacinth, Zephia, and Veyle. So, what I want to do first is I'm going to send Hortensia, Fram, and Seedle up this direction in order to fight Gris. Mostly because Fram with the Divine Fist Art is what I want to call it. What is it called?
Whatever you say.
What is this called? Oh, it is called the Divine Fist Art. Yeah. With the Divine Fist Art, she should be able to defeat Gris basically by herself. Also, 117 damage is insane. Just look how much damage she could do with this legendary Fist Art.
For the divine dragon.
She probably did more than 117 damage right there, actually. And almost all of her stats went up right there, which is very nice. And the reason I'm having Seedle go up here is because all of the commanders in this stage are in this chapter have 2 health bars. So Fram is going to have to fight against Gris twice in order to defeat him. And I'm going to fight this armored unit to show just how powerful Fram is. Like, literally didn't even have a chance to fight back. And those are the only 3 I'm actually going to send up this direction, because they're the only 3 that really need to head that direction. But over this direction, I want to engage Ivy to give her extra distance. And I want to check... Before I actually do this, I want to check how far this arrow can go. Okay, it can't go far enough. Because I want to make it so I can attack this bow and have that... That's not quite far enough, unfortunately. In that case, actually, I'm going to fly up here and I'm going to Thoron from here. Because this bow should not be able to attack me.
For Lucia.
And then basically everyone else, I'm just gonna have run this direction.
I am ready to serve.
We're gonna have Alcrest hopefully take out this axe.
I had no choice
Very
but to
easily
win.
take out that axe. I didn't even realize it was 88 damage. And then everyone else is just going to run this direction. And with that being said, I actually want to talk about all 6 of the commanders right now. Because
Here goes.
they have a lot to them, and they all work slightly differently. And I actually haven't had a chance to talk about the Hound basically at all.
My will
So
is
I
firm.
wanted to talk about them.
Of course.
So Gris is who I'll start with because he will probably be the one to fight me first. He is a mage / a healing unit, which is weird because he's all by himself.
You hit me, I hit you. Let's get this pain party started.
Like I said, it's weird because he's all by himself and doesn't really have anyone to heal. But he also has Emblem, Corrupted, Celica, which gives him access to Warp Ragnarok, which is very devastating to me because it's one of my favorite moves, and it makes him very powerful. The other thing is, since he is a mage unit and using Corrupted Celica, he is very susceptible to art users, which is why I'm using Fram to fight against him. Basically, Fram is just the best unit to be able to...
I'm sorry, Divine One.
to beat him. And great, Clan just died. Alright, we're gonna back up. I'll meet you at the end of the enemy's turn. Alright. Back on my turn, we are going to just take Gris out right here.
No problem.
I think what I want to do is go here, fight Gris, because
You hit me,
Tougher than I love.
okay, apparently he didn't warp
divine
Ragnarok
dragon.
and hit me. I thought he did, but we already heard that dialogue box, so there's no reason to hear him say it again. And actually, we are just going to
saved
dance
me.
and straight up just punch him again. So we get bond level 7 with Tiki, and we are just going to punch him again and take him out here. This is why Fram is really good against him, actually, especially with the Divine Fist art.
delicious pain. Let's do that again sometime.
Gris is who I find to be the easiest of them to take out, which is why I'm actually just going to send that, and then also send that. You do have a psych, which is good, because I'm just going to have you fly over here and psych up Fram so that she can go forward and fight the rest of these units. And to make sure that Hortensia doesn't die to an arrow, I need you to fly here to Thoron this arrow to take it out.
Unforgivable.
And that is the second turn. So the next one the next hound I want to talk about is actually Marnie, because she is the next one we will be fighting. Not this turn, but probably the next turn afterwards. I actually want to bring up her thing just so I know how far I can go. And we'll literally just bring everyone right up to where they're close to her. And actually, it's very likely this thing comes after us. So I'm going to go right here and engage. Quick change. And we are going to Dragon Vein to cause us to have fog around us, to have a little bit of extra dodge chance. And that should help basically anyone that is in danger there. I don't think anyone's actually hurt, so we're just going to wait here. And Phoenix, you can just wait here as well, because I don't want you getting any closer to Marnie. And now, 0% chance. Jesus.
No apologies.
I'm really glad I raised up her dex, not just because I wanted her to have the ability to keep her stabs easier, but just because it makes it a lot more funny when enemies just cannot hit her. I think all of them are literally just going to run into her. Alright, anyone else? Alright, so Marnie. I actually didn't talk about her at all. She is an armored unit, meaning she's a tank. She is also equipped with Corrupted Roy, making her even tankier and harder to deal with. Luckily, between a couple of my units, she's actually very easy to take out. And I'm just going to fight her with these units and take her out right here.
With him at my side, I'm invincible. You're going down for sure.
Basically, I want to use ranged and magic attacks in order to keep her from being able to do any attacks at all. I want to make sure she isn't able to, because her using Roy's fire makes it really hard to get through here, and her being an armored unit makes her weak to magic and ranged attacks. So doing that makes her a lot easier to take out. In fact, I upgraded the Armor Slayer just to make sure that she is taken out. And I'm looking at it, and she's not being taken out by that, which means we need to hit her one more time before we actually go for the knockout.
Now I'm mad.
You know what? I'll take the crit. We didn't actually need it, because Armor Slayer was leaving her at 1, but we'll take it. Why is she still at 1? That is concerning. In fact, I'm going to engage and bolt her in order to see if I can get her down to 1. Let's see here. Can I get her down to 1 using this? I get her to 3. And then, now can we take her out? Yes, now we take her out.
Beaten by a bunch of weaklings. No fair, no fair, no fair!
That is very good that we were able to take her out, because the next one I'm going to talk about is Mavier, and Mavier is a support cavalry unit. Which means he is on horseback, for one, which means he has a lot of range, but he also can heal Marnie, which makes her a lot harder to take out, and it's just easier to knock her out right here in one turn rather than trying to maneuver my units to fight her in several turns. And actually, I am just going to use Hortensia here in order to take out this healing unit, because I want to stop the unit from healing this corrupted worm. But getting back to Mavier, Mavier actually has corrupted Micaiah, which means if you aren't taking out units in one turn, it's very likely that Mavier can just tank all of his health and heal all of the hounds all at once, which makes him... Sorry about the cut there. There was knocking at my door, and I had to go see what was, or who was knocking at my door. But getting back to the hounds, yeah, it's just best to take out the 2 hounds that you can very quickly that are closer to your start, and then deal with Mavier when he is less of a problem. afterwards. But we are just gonna fly Ivy over here because we want her to be able to fight. Please live this. I know you're not in like any danger, but still.
Ivy.
Father, I've not seen you since we were at the Brodian border. That was our farewell. In this life, at least.
It need not be. I can appeal to Lord Sombron. Ask him to welcome you back as our ally.
No. You are... not you. I will not cling tearfully to my father's shadow. But I am grateful for this. Grateful for the chance to thank you. Say goodbye. And tell you that as Elusia's queen, I will surpass you.
Alright, well I guess we should talk about Hyacinth, or corrupted Hyacinth at this point, since we're fighting him. Hyacinth is not really a threat at all, despite how he looks. Hyacinth has corrupted Leaf, which means he has the ability to use basically every weapon class, but he doesn't have a bow for some reason, which makes him a lot easier to deal with.
Sleep now.
And using Ivy and eventually Hortensio when she gets over there, Hyacinth just isn't a threat. So it's much easier just to allow him to fight you and him to take himself out, basically, than to allow him to just or to attack him.
You were a worthy opponent.
And doing this, I'm really hoping Ivy lives, because it's looking dire. Ivy, please don't die.
For Elusia.
You've taken out like everyone around you.
You think you can defeat me and my knights? Then by all means, try.
I won't fall here.
Damn it. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back. So I will meet you at the end of the enemy's turn then. Alright, we're back. And Ivy actually fared much better this time around. Hyacinth wasn't actually able to reach her in order to do his whole attack using the quadruple hit. He wasn't able to do that, which makes this, like I said, a lot easier. We are going to pull you over, and you are going to dance Hortensia.
Cute again.
And I think... How far can Hyacinth go? Just out of curiosity. We are going to go here. We are going to throw on the rest of Zephia's health.
Defeat me and my...
Thank you, Zephia. Or Zephia, we've talked to you already.
No need for restraint, Sigurd. Run wild. Look upon the might of Lord Sombron.
Alright, well, I guess I should talk about Zephia too. Zephia is a flying unit, which means that if Alcrest can get anywhere near her, she dies. But actually, what I should say is, how far can you go? Because I think I actually want to do that in order to take out both of them this turn. Actually, who is... Oh, you're both. Let's let's go ahead and take out Mavir right here, because he is a problem. We'll not Dragon Vein. Just take out Mavir for me.
I will stop at nothing to protect Lady Veyle. I have failed.
But getting back to Zephia, she has corrupted Sigurd, which means after she gets defeated once, Sigurd kind of goes on a rampage and can allow her to move a lot more distance. But we are just going to take out Mavir right here.
The divine dragon.
Alas. What more could I have done?
Alright, that's 3 of the 6 done. And I'm actually...
Don't fear for me.
I want you to run back. And I want you to take out this worm. Because it is becoming a problem.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I probably should have taken out the worm sooner, but we can take it out here and not really have to deal with it anymore. And then I need you to take out this cavalry unit.
That was cool, was it not?
And then finally, I want Celine to use Warp on Outcrest so that he can run up here. And we're just going to take out... we're just going to go right here, engage, and take out Zephia this way.
Stuck with me.
And we will just use Mule Gear to do this. 95 is more than enough.
Now I have you.
Yeah, just take out the flying unit using Outcrest is my favorite thing to do.
Armed like this, and yet I did not win.
But I guess I should... We only have one more character to go over, but I actually want to talk about... Veyle's brainwashing, because I like how it's done. And I like how it's foreshadowed throughout most of the game. Veyle's brainwashing is basically the biggest plot point in the game, besides maybe the final chapter. But it is foreshadowed in 2 different ways. The first way it's foreshadowed, I want to make sure that Veyle cannot reach me. The first way that it's foreshadowed is that can I take you out? Well, yeah, we'll use lightning. We've heard this conversation already. Just take out Hyacinth, please.
The moment I slipped into the fell dragon's thrall, my fate was sealed. Ivy, Hortensia, I'm sorry. Know that I love you both. Elusia is yours to lead, and yours to save.
But the first way it's foreshadowed is actually every single one of Veyle's appearances. When you first meet Veyle, she has blue eyes and everything. And then when you meet Veyle in the cathedral, she has red eyes. So there's obviously a disconnect there, and it's good foreshadowing there. But it's also, every time that Veyle is shown, she's in a different location, and she doesn't know how she got there. So it's good foreshadowing up through that way. Just simply by them being like, yeah, she appears a lot, but she has no idea how she gets places. But the second way is actually Hortensia in the Psalm Palace being mind controlled by by Zephyr, actually. So them doing it that way shows that Zephyr has the ability to mind control people if their will is not strong enough, basically, to break out of it.
It's decided.
So I just think it's really good foreshadowing between those two different ways, and I really like it. But we are just...
Farewell to you. You were a
We
worthy
should only
opponent.
need one more turn to take out Veyle, because Veyle is the last one that needs to be fought. And to talk about Veyle, she is
Unforgivable.
one of the most powerful mage units in the game, and is very scary because of it. Veyle has an ability called, I believe it's Obscura, which is her tome, and it just makes it... We're gonna need 2 more turns, unfortunately. Maybe. How far can you go? Not very, turns out. We're gonna try to make this 1 turn. We are gonna go here. We are going to warp you upwards. Thank you, Saline. Everyone else is pretty much useless at this point, but we're gonna go here. We're gonna staff rescue. It's not enough. We're gonna have to wait 1 more turn. 1 space out of the range. That sucks. Actually, maybe not. We'll go here. We are going to dance.
Oh, nice!
We are going to then get the 1 space and then rescue, which will bring him up to us. And now it literally just depends on how close Veyle is. No, we can't reach. So instead, we are going to coax Veyle out. But getting back to Veyle, there's a couple of ways you can take her out. Astra Storm is a very good one, because you can be like 20 spaces away. Yeah, we'll just go right here. We have the Wo Dao. Everything looks good, and I'm just going to skip the end of turn. And we'll see what Veyle does. Luckily, that guy does nothing. Veyle also has Corrupted Marth, which means if she could get up to you, she could Lodestar Rush you, and it could be very bad. So you want to defeat her on your terms. Basically, you want her to run up to you and be able to attack her on your turn without her being able to attack you on hers. So first, we're going to do this.
A new toy. I'm going to enjoy this. Can you defeat your old friend Marth?
Yes, we can. We are just going to throw 2 fireballs at you and do more than enough damage.
Hero King, let's make it hurt, shall we? Impressed by Father's power? Fell dragons are far beyond divine dragons.
You know what? That's fine. You want to use Marth's power? I'm going to use his descendants in Kroms.
Emblem, engage!
This seems fitting. A divine dragon and a fell dragon fighting with Marth and Krom. I don't think there's a more fitting way to end this fight. And we're just going to fight her like this.
I'm so glad you came. Quite a backdrop, isn't it? Florra looks much prettier up in flames. I knew you'd come if I set it ablaze. And the corrupted that frightened you so much. They're not so scary this way, are they?
Are you talking about King Hyacinth?
Yes. I thought seeing him would make you smile. We are friends, after all. Oh. But we had a falling out, didn't we? The other Veyle must be simply heartbroken. No!
This should not be any danger at all. She missed.
It's not possible.
Yeah, Hero King, make it hurt.
How could this happen? I promise you will not survive our next encounter.
And with that, we get a Master Seal. And that is the end of the chapter. 6 turns. And of course, Ivy and Camilla are the MVPs. Without a doubt.
Damn, the ring we gave Hyacinth. They snatched it.
We gotta protect the other ones. Let's get them onto the ship.
I will take the ring of the Hero King.
Come, my lady. We must hurry. Is something the matter?
Zephia, give me your ring.
What are you planning?
Just do it.
Very well.
Please, take this!
But why?
I know you can't forgive me for all the things I've done. But still, you must know. I need you to know that even though our friendship was brief, it meant everything.
What the hell?
You filthy defect!
Veyle!
When we return, I'll see that you never wake up again!
Mavier, keep an eye on those other rings.
Understood.
The Ring of the Holy Knight. Thank you, Veyle. Emblem Sigurd, Emblem Leaf. I'm glad you two are back.
As am I. Allow me to apologize for failing to protect you at the cathedral. All this time within my dimmed consciousness, I feared you and I would never again meet.
Sigurd, that was my fault, not yours.
As you saw, they have been twisting Veyle's mind and using her as a pawn. With Sombron's movement limited, it is she who carries out his will.
I see.
Should we try to rescue her?
First, we have to help the people of Florra. We can go to Elusia after we've put out the remaining fires and rescued the survivors. With this fight, we have 8 rings. We're at an advantage to take the other 4.
Yes. Victory is in sight.
Alfred, why don't you go to the castle? Tell Queen Ev what has happened here.
Yeah, leave the village to us.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it.
Be safe, Veyle.
And with that, we have reclaimed Emblem Sigurd and Emblem Leaf. But I have to just bring it up. That was a hell of a throw. She threw it so hard that it curved twice. Probably magic, but oh well. But with that being said, I think we're going to end the episode here. So, I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we chase after the ships that they left on. But until then, happy adventuring.